Genshiken is a slice-of-life comedy series which is very character-driven. It centers around a college activity club called Genshiken, which is an abbreviation for the Society for the Study of Modern Visual Culture. Even though this is an activity club used for studying modern visual culture, the club room basically serves as a hangout spot for hardcore otakus who basically just want to play video games, build Gundam model kits, read manga, read doujinshi, and also watch anime. I find it very interesting that the most popular ongoing anime within this world of Genshiken is actually a real anime by the same creator as Genshiken called Kujibiki Unbalanced. Kujibiki Unbalanced, I believe, is adapted from Genshiken to become a real manga and anime, but you can actually buy the anime and the manga and watch the same episodes that they watch in Genshiken. The time span for this series is huge. The anime is 27 episodes long if you count the 3 canon OVA. The anime spans from the beginning of the freshman year of some characters to their graduation. The Genshiken manga is split up into 2 seasons. The first season is 9 volumes long, the second season is ongoing and it has yet to come out in the United States. The manga also spans from the beginning of their freshman year all the way to their graduation, but it actually leaves it open for the second series of Genshiken. The second season of the Genshiken manga will feature some familiar faces, but also many new characters as well. In Genshiken, not all the characters are of the same year, so we see some characters graduate, some new characters come in, some more characters graduate, and it's constantly revolving. In comparison of the anime to the anime actually contains 2/3 of the same events as the manga. I personally find that the events and the characters within the manga are deeper than the anime, but I still really enjoy the anime. The anime is actually one of my more favorite comedy anime series, and I'm currently on my 3rd time of rewatching this series. All of the characters within Genshiken are different people with different personalities. You really get a feel that you understand these characters and that you know these people. As the story progresses, you will learn more about these characters, and in the manga, you will actually see these characters progress from where they were in the beginning of Genshiken due to their experiences within the club of Genshiken. Because Genshiken is so character-driven, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to these characters. While most people feel that Genshiken has no main character and is just centered around a group of friends, the first character that Genshiken focuses on is Sasahara. The story focuses on Sasahara as he gets information about different clubs to join and as he meets the Genshiken club. Once he finds and joins Genshiken, the focus of the series expands to include all of the characters. Sasahara is actually quite a bland character in comparison to everyone else in the series. He just lacks depth and has really no backbone in many situations. It actually feels like Sasahara is the focal point from which all of the other characters in the series come into perspective. Sasahara is a very unexperienced otaku. He likes anime, but he really doesn't know about all of the other finer enjoyments of being an otaku. Madarame is such a hardcore otaku that his love for anime, manga, and visual novels really leave him with no interest for finding a real woman. He actually feels that real women are no comparison to these characters. Madarame's main talent within this series is leadership, where he plans most of the things that the club does in the beginning part of the series. Tanaka is a very friendly character whose skills includes building Gundam model kits and also creating cosplay outfits. And Ono, who is my waifu of this series, she is actually an attractive woman whose main hobby is cosplay and also building Gundam model kits. We have Kosaka, who is another hardcore otaku who is basically the opposite of Madarame. We have Madarame, who is very smart and calculative. He is very tall and very skinny. He has these huge glasses and no fashion sense whatsoever. He is basically just your stereotypical geek. Kosaka, on the other hand, is known as being an attractive male within the series and draws a lot of women to him. But he couldn't care less about that. All he cares about is playing video games and watching anime. He pays very little attention to the real world and knows very little about social situations. His skills are playing video games. I believe him to be a master of all video games, but he is unbeatable in Guilty Gear. There's Kasukabe, who's Kosaka's girlfriend, who appears to be a nuisance at first. She has absolutely no tolerance for anything otaku-related, and the only reason she's even in Genshiken is because she wants to spend time with her boyfriend, Kosaka. Because Kosaka is so involved in his hobbies, Kasukabe rarely has any time with him to herself. Kosaka is so involved with his hobbies that he even watches anime while he has sex with her. She eventually becomes the backbone of Genshiken and defends Genshiken when it's threatened, and also she keeps them in line whenever they want to go overboard. Kasukabe hates being called an otaku, and she doesn't understand anything about being an otaku. But you can really see that she cares about her friendships with these characters. Kugiyama is a character which I never really cared for within the series. He is a shy character that does everything at his own pace. His hobbies are, of course, watching anime, playing visual novels, and drawing. He's a very good artist. The main reason why I really dislike this character was that he is so soft-spoken and he never really speaks his mind unless he is pushed to do so. There comes a time when Genshiken really depended on him for something and he almost let them down just because he didn't speak his mind and let them know that he didn't really care to do what they were doing. The president of Genshiken is easily one of the most creepiest characters that I've seen. You never actually get to learn the name of the president, but he is an older man. He has been the leader of Genshiken since it started. He actually founded Genshiken back in the 80s. He has been in college since the 80s. How old is this guy? Plus, he will suddenly appear behind everyone without a sound and just scare everybody around him. And also, we believe that he has hidden cameras throughout all of the college, so he knows the worst information about everybody. Ogiwe is an otaku in denial. She is very shy and appears to hate all of the other otaku. Her major skill is drawing, and she has a huge yaoi fetish. But her character really changes a lot within the manga, and she really becomes a lovable character. And then there's Kuchi, a very loudmouth, wild, class clown type character who pervs on all the women members of Genshiken. On a few separate occasions, he will get so drunk and wild that they will have to chain him down to a chair. He has actually been annoying at first, but of course he grows on you over time. He actually really reminds me of somebody that I used to know. And then there's Haraguchi. Everyone who's seen Genshiken hates Haraguchi. Everyone in the series of Genshiken hates Haraguchi. He is a very manipulative bastard who will do anything to get his way. And lastly, there's good old Susanna Hopkins. She's a friend of Ono's back when Ono was over in the States, and she actually comes to Japan a couple times within the anime series, and she actually plays a bigger part near the end of the manga. I actually really enjoy her character. She's very rude, very blunt, very straight to the point, and also she constantly references anime. She always references Gundam, Fist of the North Star, Saint Seiya, and also Lupin III. Genshiken is a series filled with many great characters, and not only do you get to see these characters come closer together and form great bonds of friendships within this club, but you see their friendship within the club causing the club to change itself. Aside from that, the character interaction here is simply hilarious. All of the characters play off one another, making a very enjoyable experience. The amount of detail that the creator added into the series is simply amazing. This series constantly references a wide variety of anime and manga. This series is very realistic, but the atmosphere here is so good that it's almost unrealistic. Here you have a group of otaku, and they talk about all different sorts of anime and manga, but they never once argue about what series is better. They get along great 90% of the time, and the women within Genshiken are very cute, lovable, attractive characters who are openly into anime. Except for Kasukabe, of course. I never lived in Japan, but this is far from reality where I'm from. Around here, you mention anime or manga, and people look at you like you're an alien and don't understand anything that you're talking about. Actually, if I were to make a list of the top 5 anime universes that I would live in, which I may actually do at some point in time, I would definitely pick Genshiken. It's not a mysterious world full of adventure, but you will find some of the closest friendships. After finishing this series, I cannot wait for Season 2 of Genshiken, which comes out in September. So if you're interested in pre-ordering the second season of Genshiken or checking out the Genshiken manga, right now on rightstuff.com there's a Del Rey sale, and all of the Genshiken manga falls under that category, so there is a sale on all of it. The Genshiken manga is 9 volumes long, but it also comes in an omnibus version, but the omnibus version is actually 3 volumes long, but the final volume of that won't be released until January of 2013. So if you're going to pick up Genshiken, I recommend you to pick up either the singles or pick up the first 2 omnibuses and then pick up the final 3 volumes on their own. Or if you're interested in watching the anime series and then switching over to the manga when they split, then you can pick up the manga around volume 6 and read on from there. If you're interested in buying the anime, you can buy the complete series altogether for about $30 to $35. Or if you want to pay more, you can buy the seasons and the OVAs individually, and you will get them in a better case because the set case is all stack-packed like that, and I don't really like that. The anime dub is not bad. I've watched the series twice in dub, and now I'm watching it for my 3rd time around in sub, and I have to say that the sub is, of course, a lot better. Overall, I find Genshiken to be one of my more favorite manga series of all time, and I find the anime to be one of my more favorite comedy series of all time. If you find yourself to be a hardcore anime or manga fan, then this series is a must-watch or must-read. So if you've seen or read Genshiken, then let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.